Hi guys, ShatteredCiv here. Hope everyone's doing okay. Alright, this is that little bargain game that I decided to pick up for pennies on the dollar. It seems like it's really loud to me though. Hopefully that's not the overall case. Okay, give me 1 second guys, I'm so disorganized here. Oh god, did the terrible music stop? Alright guys, one last thing. Get into broadcast settings here. And I'm going to make sure that I can see people if they're sending me messages. I do not have my phone access close by, so boom, there we go. Alright, let's start this game. If you guys haven't seen this before, it's a nice little simple game. You have 60 seconds to go in, grab all the stuff you need, and then hit the bomb shelter. And your guy is extremely clumsy. I'm going to try it on easy, guys, just because I've tried this before, and it is incredibly tough to live until you get to know some of the basic mechanics of the game. And I haven't played this a lot. I mean, it's just one of those games that you'd probably play on your phone type thing. So what we want to do, we are going to want to collect as much items as we can. Soup, axe, the gun on the wall, get your kids. And your guy is so clumsy, and if he starts banging into stuff, yeah, it becomes an obstacle. So let's see how fast we can do this. Alright, bunch of soup cans. You know what? Let's grab all the soup. And yeah, you don't want to touch that stuff, so let's dump it down there. I think I'm gonna start grabbing the kid. You know, the suitcase is actually pretty good, but that takes up 3 slots. Shit, I just walked past some water there. First aid kit. No room. Fuck me. Okay. Throw the suitcase in there. Come with me there, honey. All right, got the daughter and a can of soup to the shelter. Yes, I know. Come on, and you go. All right, let's grab the wife. She's pretty small. Get a first aid kit. Okay, where's the kid? There's the boy around. Here he is. Oh, he's in this room here. Fuck, man. Let's go. No. All right. I'm gonna run back. Ah, shit. Okay, we're jumping in. The thing is, guys, if you overextend that 60 seconds, you die, and then you have to restart everything, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. But this is now where you get into the bunker. And I actually have this under my turn-based strategy type folder. Because essentially that's what it is. It's a lot like this War of Mine, the little ones. All right, so we can go look in our journal here. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all these supplies here, but we're definitely going to put them to good use. That's because I am playing at a higher, lower difficulty level. And, good thing we grabbed that suitcase. What we found inside will definitely prove useful. Excellent. So we got an axe and a flashlight. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. And so now we got to ration supplies out. You know what? Since the first day of the conflict, I'm not going to bother. I am just going to skip that. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or two. The first one was picking the game we are going to play. This took us most of the day, and we still haven't made up our minds. All right, so that is day 1. So we're going to wait probably about day 7 or so before we start sending people out. We thought about playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying, and we quickly stopped. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. No new problems or troubling Ted this fine morning. And yeah, I'm not going to distribute food again. No, I don't want to do that either. They can starve. That's good. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. Everyone's feeling okay to go outside. Should we start preparing an expedition for tomorrow? That's a big fat no. We felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided we need to do something about it. Or, to put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. So we have 2 options. If we had the rifle, we'd be able to use the rifle. We do have an axe, so we are going to use the axe to deal with the situation. All right, let's see the resolution of what just happened there. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Ted is not complaining today. At least not very much. Okay, we are going to go the water route. And they can wait for food. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. No, we're not going to send anyone out because nobody comes back when you do that when it's too early. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest and all. This is going to be a lot of reading for me. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Today was relatively calm for Dolores. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble and nothing new. We're skipping another day. Looks like some of these people could probably afford to lose a little bit of weight, so maybe not Dolores and then Timmy or whatever his name is. The containment of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions can result in radiation sickness. Again, I'm going to skip. We're going to wait for about day 7, I think, before I'm going to send anyone out. 1 minute, it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves if we are going to survive. Let's just sleep on it. All right, everyone's looking okay still. Not bad. See, the suitcase is good to take outside because you can actually take it outside, and I think you can carry more goods on you. So you can carry the axe, the flashlight. All right, so I don't think that's going to really help us out much. Day 5, enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. We are going to eat. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. And no, we're not going to get sick. We were never huge fans of mushrooms, but with a colony of them growing on one of the walls, we've changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? Big fat fucking no. Never eat a mushroom, man, that you don't know where it's from. I'll fucking kill you faster than anything. All right, they're still looking pretty good. We're not doing too bad. I'm actually surprised. Normally by this time of the game, half my guys are already dead. It's probably because I'm not sending anyone out. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. Water is all Dolores wants. Where is water when Ted needs it? Well, we are going to have to ration out the water. We've only got one more bottle, though, guys. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. We are going to wait one more day. We didn't think we would get a chance to increase our food supply by simply playing a card game, but that's what we were offered by a man who knocked on our door today. 2 cans of food. We win. We get his 2 cans. We lose. We give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? No. If it were water, I would bet that, but we're okay for soup at the moment. Okay. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set the kids? We need supplies, and we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a fine, strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble. Nothing new. I'm going to feed them. Not water, though. Yeah, I'm going to feed them, let them get... okay. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. I think I'm going to send Ted there. And we don't have to worry about that until tomorrow. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is, they've probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is, they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. And we don't have any type of, I think it's poison, or you can use like a book. You can use a magazine to squash it. We don't have either. So we got to deal with this big giant cockroach living with us now. Something should have changed on the map somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it is on the map. See, it's down by Timmy's feet. Yuck, a mutant cockroach. Great. Okay. Oh my, that thing is huge. And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. We're going to wait. Enough sitting around. It's time to visit the surface and look for some additional supplies. Maybe something survived the blast. Maybe someone is still alive. Let's find out. Who's going to go outside? He's going to bring the suitcase with him. And an axe and a flashlight. And hopefully he doesn't get lost. And let's go with a map too. So he should come back with some really good gear. But if we lose him... Uh-oh. So you'll see he's taking all the stuff here in the background. You'll see it disappear. Yeah. Yeah, it's a neat little game. So now, we gotta wait for Ted to come back. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he'll be back soon. And he brought all that equipment. I hope he comes back. Now, I'm still going to let them suffer. I'm not going to feed them water. As you can see, we only have 1 bottle of water and 4 cans of soup. So we're going to skip that, even though they're thirsty. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there is still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. All right, what are we on? Day 9? 10. All right, come on, Ted. I hope he gets back. No, he's not back yet. Sometimes they just never come back and they just die in the wasteland somewhere. All right, what do we got here? Let's just leave all those questions be for now. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Okay, well, we got to give them water. And let's feed them as well. That kind of sucks. Alarm! There's a group of people outside and they don't seem too friendly. We recognize some of them. They used to be our neighborhood watch. They don't sound too concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore. But they are very serious about angrily waving their heavy flashlights. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. Well, we do have a lock. The lock is hanging up on the wall. And we'll use that, and that will actually use the lock up, but it will stop them from coming in here and stealing, like, let's say, the rest of our water or our food. It's not like we have a lot. Maybe Ted fucking pissed everyone off while he was outside. Is he back? I hope he's back. Oh, he's not back yet. Not cool. We didn't think that a small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. It seems that they gave this whole break-in a fair shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad the padlock has no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits and other soup-hungry barbarians. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. We can't, like, we're going to start dying here of water. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We don't have a radio. Uh-oh. It's not looking good for Ted. He's not back yet. If there was one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine. Timmy is good. Everything is okay with Dolores. Let's feed them. 1 minute, it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get the grip on ourselves if we're going to survive this. Let's just sleep on it. Nice picture. Come on. Ted, get your ass back here, bro. Uh-oh, it's 5 days, man. I don't think he's coming back. Uh-oh. We're done fighting, but for how long? Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. Water is all Dolores wants. Well, we don't have enough to go around, guys. I have my water back. It's not allowing me to take the water back. It's impossible. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir. Well, let's use the health kit. I don't know if that's going to use everything. I'm assuming we're just going to squash them. Hey, Reed. How you doing, my friend? Hey, he's back! Oh, what does he bring? I hope he brings goods. He's brought a Boy Scout book for sure. I don't see any water though, dude. That's a little disappointing. Maybe there are no spiders and it's all just a hallucination. A few pills might help. Guess what? They did. No more spiders. Problem gone. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface, and he's brought everything but the flashlight. The flashlight looks like it's broken. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food different than tomato soup. A real treat in these post-apocalyptic times. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made us stop in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, crashing into the store and destroying it completely. After dust settled, we realized we were looking at a spaceship. Just like in Timmy's comics. Could it be saucer men from Mars? Then why does it bear American flag on the side and the logo of something called Astro Citizen? Could it be an infiltration? Crafty little alien buggers. Under a bunch of metal space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. The bear looked disappointed. We ended up turning him around. We could not handle his judgmental button eyes. We got 2 food. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock. Not sure how the sock made it through the crash, but it somehow succeeded at protecting the supplies inside. Curses! Our flashlight is out of service after that expedition. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water. Dolores will not survive without water. Ted is hungry. Ted is really tired. All right, so what we're going to do, we are going to give Ted soup. Not soup and water. We'll give him soup. And we've only got 1 can of water. I'll give it to the kid. Actually, I'll give it to the girl. And that's and the rest we'll give food to. That's it. We're broke. We're out of water. Ring ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go answer it? We'll send the kid. I really wanted to do a regular expedition, but okay, well the kid's back. That's good. I don't see any water though there, Timmy. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She's fine. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores will not survive without water any longer, and Ted is hungry. Not good. Let's give Ted a little more soup. We are out of water, man. That's it. We are on week 2. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. I'm gonna send Mary Jane, I think. So yeah, we are gonna send a expedition out tomorrow. We need water. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. Nothing, because we don't have any of that equipment. Everyone's looking a little ragged. Haggard. Oh no! Oh no! Dolores is dead. Now we need 2 adults in the bunker at any point in time for the game to continue. So the kids have to have at least 1 adult. That sucks. Well, if we had, if only we had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. In other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason, we felt that was not to our liking, so we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything good because you're going out today. Nothing to report on Timmy. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is really thirsty. Why is this guy so hungry all the time? Everyone else is like, okay, but he's just ravenous. We're feeling pretty optimistic about today's expedition. The only thing left to do is choose the right person to go outside. Well, it's going to be the girl. We are going to give her the suitcase. That allows her to carry a little bit more stuff. We'll give her the axe. Oh, shit. The suitcase. Axe. Take the meds. And the map. Oh, you better come back, honey. We need all this stuff. Alright. Poor mother. Day 17. Got some shit on the walls now. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. How about getting Timmy something to drink? Ted looked like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He needs a drink right now. We don't have anything to drink. Let's feed everybody while we can, just to maybe shut them up, because everyone else is either dead or on the way out or outside. The roaches seem to be getting more organized with every passing day. At first it was just 1 or 2 of them, but nowadays we see small columns of them marching through the shelter. We need to deal with this situation before their civilization becomes superior to ours. Well, we'll use the Boy Scout book and we will squash them. And we've already got one at the base of Timmy's feet because we didn't have a book before. Oh, it's gone too, and our book's still in good shape. Okay, good. We have defeated the insidious roaches and driven them away. Their nests are ours. That should teach them a lesson. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water now. And Ted's 1 foot in the grave. Oh my God, we are not going to. We're not going to give him anything. They're going to have to wait. We need water. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We don't have a radio, unfortunately, so that's going to have to wait. Oh, my guy died. All right, we're gonna restart. If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a little bit more sane. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long, so Mary Jane died, and the dad died. Survived for 19 days. All right, let's give this another look-see. Come on, baby. the apocalypse level, and that again, guys, I was only playing on Little Boy, but I'm okay with that. It gives you a few extra supplies and stuff. I need a radio. I need lots of water. The water we need, very, very important. Come here, you little fat bitch. All right, I should be spending this time looking around. There's Timmy. He's easy to get. There's a gun on the wall. We got playing cards here. Cans of soup. What I really need is water. I don't see a ton of water. Well. All right, come with me, honey. There's a book down here. It's like, oh, I do want that. And we will take the lock. And then, oh, we got a gas mask. All right, good. See, this is what I mean. Get out of my way! Fuck! All right, time to get the kids. Come here, you little brat. Give me that water. Oh no, I need that water. Okay, Oh, dudes! That was close. I don't have any water. I got one fucking thing of water. Uh-oh. That's not good. Hopefully there's water given to us. We might... Oh, no. It was, right? It's all that stuff that falls in your way and it's... You can't kick it out. We only got 2 bottles of water. We're stocked for everything else, though. Jesus. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. What did it come with? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. Oh, we have a big water jug in the corner. Yeah, baby. I'm not going to go overboard here, so these guys are going to be starving for a while. How about that trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while now? Maybe we should go there. That's our first stop after we get out of here. Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to wait probably around day 6 or 7 before I send anyone out. Let's just leave all those questions for now. Mary Jane is fine. Timmy is okay. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in good mood. Ted says there's no need to worry. And we are going to, once again, skip the food. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions can result in radiation sickness that we do not want. So we're going to skip an expedition. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now, and no one packed them up. What do? We're going to throw on the gas mask, and we'll see what happens. Ha! Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. Mary Jane is very thirsty. How about getting Timmy something to drink? Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Ted should drink something soon. So we are going to we're going to dole out the water, and that's it for day 3. The contamination of our town is still strong, so we're going to skip. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. Yeah. We'll brick it up or something. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside. What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, a reptile or whatever this crazy mad creature was, leapt out and started jumping all over the damn shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it. Before we could do anything, it pushed our radio off the table and went back in the hole it crawled from. We never saw it again. Man, our radio's fucking broke. You grandma. Doubt. Damn it! Our radio. All right, Mary Jane's fine. Tim is on his best behavior. Dolores is fine, and Ted is okay. Maybe time for food before everyone gets a little. No, you know what? Fuck it. Pissed off about that radio. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland is unsafe. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. We will give them drugs, because obviously that's what they want. Drugs are fun. Ah. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medical supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we would use them, but in these conditions, it's the right thing to do. Also, it was a nice change from our usual diet of tomato soup. We're all rested now and can enjoy our time in the shelter. Or can we? Mary Jane's okay. Nothing to report on Timmy. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in good mood. Ted is okay. We're going to wait one more day and then we'll eat. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow, and it seems it's ringing right now. Let's send out the kid again. Should we? Alright, send the kid out. Oh, he's back. Good. He didn't bring anything with him, though. That's what I see. It was a trap! Some crazed maniac started firing as soon as we ventured out into the street. We need to patch these wounds up. They're not looking pretty. Water is what Mary Jane needs. Timmy got hurt. Oh, you did too. Dolores will not last long without water. Ted is hungry. All right, everyone needs food and water. That's okay. And Timmy needs first aid, and we don't have that. We used it for sleeping pills, unfortunately. All right, going to the wasteland right now is unsafe, but we are going to send Mary Jane, I think. Oh, fuck. Sending Mary Jane tomorrow. 1 minute it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get our grip on ourselves if we are going to survive this. Let's just sleep on it. Barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope that this won't happen again. There's nothing, there isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. It's going to take a while for Timmy's wounds to heal on their own. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nope, nobody's getting fed or anything to drink. We're going to send her out. I'm going to send her out with a gas mask. Better get back soon, though. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy's okay. Dolores is okay. And Ted is fine as well. We're not going to, as long as everyone's okay, we're hoping that, you know what, maybe Timmy should have a little bit of water. He is hurt. But screw it. He can wait. Just like everyone else. When we opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was no note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? Of course we should. It's a dirty bomb! Oh. Everyone's hurt. Oh, fuck. Damn it, the gift was booby-trapped. There was nothing inside besides some junk, and as soon as we opened the suitcase, it exploded. Is anybody hurt? Water for Timmy would be nice. Dolores is hurt and thirsty, and Ted needs water, so we are definitely going to give them all water. And let's feed them now while Mary Jane's out of the house. She'll never know. And hopefully they'll recover from that bomb blast. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later and planned a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. We're going to use the gun. No one's dead yet. It's getting there, though. They're half dead. A quick shot with a rifle was more than enough to scare away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked us in the darkness. We never saw it again. And it's going to take a while for Timmy's wounds to heal on their own. Dolores is fine. Ted's wounds are not a pretty sight, but they're okay. We're going to let them starve away. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. We need the radio. The radio is broken because of Grandma. You stupid bitch. All right, Mary Jane's not back yet. If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a little bit more sane. Timmy's injuries looks like they're worsening. Dolores is getting bad. Ted seems to be bouncing back. Give her... No. We give her water. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. We only had a chance to tune in to some emergency radio broadcast and learn a thing or two. Again, our radio is broke. Oh, I hope nobody dies here. Alright, so far so good. The place is looking a little rough. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Timmy's really thirsty. Dolores needs her injuries. Alright, so Timmy and Ted need to drink. Dolores is not looking any better today. We should fix her up soon. Did we take the first aid kit? Yeah, we sure did. Uh-oh. I think the mom might pass away again, man. She's not having a good fucking batting average here. All right, she's still alive. Oh, she's looking a little green. Uh-oh. Where's Mary Jane, man? Poor Dolores. We are not optimistic. It's high time we did something about Timmy's injuries. Dolores got ill. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Let's feed her. The wasteland is full of surprises, like the man on the other side of her door knocking and claiming that he's willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. Shall we trade? I don't have anything. Sadly. Aha. Fuck, she's not doing it. What did you bring, baby? Oh, you wrecked the gas mask. You tit. We could tell the stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. If ever was a time to get used to life being disappointing, the end of the world is probably it. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food different than tomato soup, a real treat in these post-apocalyptic times. This is the one with the spacecraft comes in, boom, under a bunch of metal. We found 2 cans of soup in a big sock. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. All right, food and drink for everybody, I think. Let's hope for the best here. I think I'm going to... Should I send the mum out? I'm going to send the mum out. If she's alive. She might not be alive. Alright, she's alive. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. We were glad to see Dolores came back safely from the wasteland. Already? Alright. Nope, nobody's eating. Although, you know what? Water for the mom. And I think I'm going to say... Dolores says she's fine, but we're not sure. Yeah, we are definitely going to set up a trip. I'm not sure who's going. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments in close quarters. Doesn't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we're fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we're all over this soon. I should send Dolores. She looks sick, but we can barely sleep at all after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen soon. Mary Jane's hungry. Timmy fell sick, too. Everyone's getting everything. And I think I'm going to send Timmy out. Let him take the map. The injury Mary Jane may take a while to heal. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Life is hard for all of us, but Dolores is in a good mood today. Good. Tim might have some nasty scars if those wounds ever heal. Alright, we are not going to spend any resources at the moment. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. You can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Yeah, sure. Sounds like we have a cat. And we got banging on the door now? Maybe There's a cat up there on the top of the cabinet. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the wall. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its color says ShatteredCiv. Is that its name? Mary Jane may take a while to heal. Dolores is still sick, and Ted's wounds are not a pretty sight. We're going to have to wait. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us she hunts the wild beasts of the wastes. There's an armed and dangerous woman with no ammo? She tells us she hunts the wild beasts of the waste, and right now she's on a trail of a giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you going to do with that spider, lady? Put it on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she will return the favor another day. We don't have any ammo, so we can't help out. Oh, there's the cat over there. This woman says she hunts mostly for food. Clearly, she's an uncivilized savage. Delicious soup is what decent people eat these days. We were not amused and didn't give her anything. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores has no color left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. Everyone's thirsty. Dolores has not been very talkative lately. Should we chat with her and find out what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong, but she's on her deathbed. All right, day 20. Don't know if that's a record or not, but it's pretty close to it. Hey, kitty. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. Mary Jane may not admit it, but we're pretty sure she wants to get her injuries patched up. Dolores has no color left on her face. Ted has become infected with something as well. If we don't do something about those injuries soon, things will get ugly. Poor Ted. He can't take it for much longer. Too bad. If we don't fix these wounds up soon, things might get much worse. So everyone's hungry. Let's feed them. We've been wondering what happened to Uncle Brian. He should have been far from where the bombs fell, but no one knows for sure. It would be great to find out. He always looked on the bright side of life, so maybe we should too, but it's not easy. Say, didn't we have a photo of him tucked away in one of the books at home? A Boy Scout book. Hey, we've got poison. We did! The photo we were looking for was stuck between the pages of the Scout Handbook. What a lucky coincidence. It's a bit blurry, but it's still a wonderful surprise. While playing in the shelter, ShatteredCiv stumbled upon a small wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks. It contained some useless memorabilia and a can of old bug spray. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Everyone is thirsty, so we are going to give them the agua. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owner still be around and worried sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit, or at least whatever's left of them. I agree. Sounds like someone's home. Oh no! Oh, she's not looking too good. We're all various colors of the rainbow here. Oh, Dolores suffered with her injuries for far too long. When the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the wastes, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took ShatteredCiv, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We came across a local church at the end of the road. Most of it was destroyed, but the priest quarters survived the blast. A group of people survived there and started a cult. 3 weeks later. They believe that everything that's been happening is a game tailored for someone's amusement. How crazy is that? Cultists decide they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite full water bottles. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy is really tired. Ted's getting worse and worse. Either we do something about his wounds or he is done for, and we need to send somebody out. Oh my God, poor Dolores. Just laid out on her back like that. Like an old skelly-tanny. Right, Timmy's hungry. Thirsty. Thirsty. We gotta send somebody out. Yes, we are gonna send somebody out. Ted's gotta go. Confined spaces are not very friendly environment. We quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. Fucking divorce. Come on, baby. Let's see if we can get to day 30 at least. We got that rat poison, I guess. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Timmy should eat something. Timmy is pretty fatigued. Ted's getting worse and worse. Either we do something about his wounds or he's done for. Timmy can eat. Someone else can fuck off. There's only really one person we can send out. We'll send him out with. Let's go with a flashlight. Maybe he'll find something, and he needs to come back in a hurry. This should buy us a little bit of time here. Oh, the kitty cat's back. To our surprise, we found ShatteredCiv back in her shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came to be. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. My God, man, that's food. It's dinner. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling this situation. Considering her mom's on the floor, skeletonized. Tim is very hungry. And thirsty. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he'll be back soon. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. If that's even possible in this situation, our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Again, no radio guys, man. Cat's probably waiting for everyone to die, so he has like something to eat. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. That is it. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely glowing, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? We are using the poison. Come on, day 30. Uh-oh, what was that? Did we get anything for it? I don't see, we didn't, oh man, our cupboards are bare. We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was huge, hairy, had 8 legs and a glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. Okay, they don't need anything, so we're just going to pass a Rama. Loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, ShatteredCiv found a new toy, a bit of innocuous wiring that is ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Kind of scared to, actually. I heard the door. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. And the car had no wheels. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. What's going on here? Okay, Mary Jane wants to eat. He wants to drink. The agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Yeah, let's hear them out. They were agents, real, live, secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us. It was the cat they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. Everyone has to drink sometime, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Mary Jane's looking terrible. And she needs water. And that's it. We are out of food too. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads anyway. Oh, fuck. Day 30. Head's not back though. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Mary Jane is fatigued. She's looking terrible. Timmy is going downhill. There it goes again. Noises, weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls? Is it something behind the door? We don't know, and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Oh, the dad died. If the parents die, the game's over. Boredom can really get to you in the shelter. It can lead you to dark places. Trust us. Ted has been outside for far too long and still he has not returned. We fear he isn't coming back. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task, we can tell you that much. We've spent 31 days in our shelter. Nice. I think that's a record for me. Guys, I am ShatteredCiv. I'm going to leave that right here. I had fun. Successful expeditions, 4 out of 5. Apparently, if you get 5, maybe you actually can leave the map. But I needed a lot more food and water. I was running out, and nobody actually, came back with any meaningful supplies as far as I was concerned. Anyways, guys, I am ShatteredCiv. Thank you for joining me here on 60 Seconds. It's just a little indie game that I picked up for a couple bucks. I hope you guys are having a great day and continue to do so. I will see you on the flip side. Take care.